Hello guys, my name is Hassan. I'm going to show you how I created the Allianz Arena to be a parametric stadium in Revit. So here are some of the screenshots of the final piece. So let me just take you through them. So originally, part of the design intent was that I had to create I had to understand, so I had to study the original piece, which were derived from pictures like this. And so I started my modeling process, and this is how I came about it in Revit. So I tried to use a parameter, which was a corner radius of the stadium, to influence how the stadium grows in size. So basically, my design intent is that this stadium can be used for different purposes, like a local pitch or a standard football stadium or an Olympic-sized football stadium, and that the parameters will adjust themselves by modifying just the corner radius parameter, which was specified here. So I used some other formula to adjust how the other parts of the stadium works, which is the length and the width, and I went ahead to create different types to flex the results and see if my stadium will adjust. So as you can see here, you can see the size is smaller, and if you change to a different parameter, it adjusts, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm now going to show you how I was able to create the profile for the stadium. So the first thing I did was I tried to map out the sketch of the stadium, which was from an image that was downloaded from the internet. So after mapping out the sketch, I got the profile, which was used by these parameters. So I created the equal dimensions and locked them in for the aisles, and the major driving parameter is the pitch width aisle, which also controls how big the stadium is on the inside. So I created these parameters such that you can have different types. So if you look at these sizes, you see how they adjust. So I eventually went ahead to load this into the original profile which I created, and the type is also reflecting here, which means I can adjust them accordingly. So you see how the size of the stadium reduced, you can see how the size of the stadium increased, and so on and so forth. So that's how it looks, and the sweep was created. So like if I isolate this, you can see we have a clean sweep here. Okay, so going to how I got the parametric model for the surface. What I did was I created a Revit family, a rhombus that has a parametric height that was also passed on to the file, which can be adjusted by the rhombus height parameter. And if that is done, the parameters here will get adjusted. And so for example, so let me just select one of these, and you can see the rhombus height parameter is here. So if it's adjusted, it passes through the model. So here, the selecting the profile for the sweep, you can actually change based on what you want. This is the project, and if you check, I eventually populated it, so I have some other views here, some of the elevation, and I can just take you through. Shadow. Yeah, so this was the end result of the process.